Okay, y'all, there is a video that was released today by The Sun, y'all, and it is Beyonce in a room full of men, and it makes you wonder, what does she have to do to get in the industry? And did her parents have a preference? Let's talk about it, y'all. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, threes, and fours. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Because we heard rumors. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't hear all the rumors that I could hear about Beyonce when she was younger and all kind of stuff. Videotapes and all kind of stuff. And people actually allegedly lost their lives over this videotape. Word on the street. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm going to say allegedly because I ain't seen the tape. But, you know, there are celebrities out here that say they saw it. Now, there's a video coming out. And it makes you think about Rihanna. Makes you think about what Rihanna had to do to make it in the industry. Soon as she, was signed by Jay-Z, she was all out the country with all of these Iranians and all kind of stuff. And she even dated one for a while. And a lot of people feel like, she was like passed around in the industry so that she could make it. Now, this footage comes out today of Beyonce in a room full of men. And then she gets up and sits on one of the guys' lap. She sits on their lap, y'all. And he has his hands. I'll let y'all see where his hands at, okay, y'all? It's kind of weird. It's kind of odd that she's in that type of position in a room full of men. Where is her parents? Y'all heard about her and Destiny Child when they did some music or something with R. Kelly. And they did not want to leave none of the girls in the room with R. Kelly, which I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. Because look at all the rumors of R. Kelly liking younger women. And during these times, she was really, really young coming up in the industry. But look at the story of her father taking her to do some music with R. Kelly, staying in a room with them till they finished, making sure that they leave. If they went to the bathroom, he was standing outside the bathroom door. He did not want them around R. Kelly or want R. Kelly touching them whatsoever. He just wanted them to do some music with him, which I agree on. But why wouldn't you like this with these white men? Is it because that, they were rich? They were connected? They had connections? They were connected. This guy was one of Michael Jackson, I believe, producers. And she's sitting on his lap. And I'm like, well, where's Papa when all of this is going on? They sit around looking at her like she is, a snack or something. And I'm like, where? First of all, I'm wondering who released this video and why now? Why now did they release this video? And word on the street is this guy right here. And look how he's looking at Beyonce right here while she's talking and everything. He looked like all kind of stuff is going through his mind. But she gets up and sits on this guy's lap. Now, word on the street, this was her birthday or something like that. And I believe that they put her in contact with Michael Jackson this day. And she got up and she sat on his lap and he called Michael Jackson on the phone. The thing of it is, why does she have to sit on his lap to do that? I don't get it. And these rich guys, ain't too much different than R. Kelly, in my personal opinion. Especially how they looking at her. Yeah, this is crazy on so many levels. And why today? Room full of guys. She's sitting all on his lap and she get to shaking because she's on the phone with Michael Jackson. So she's shaking on his lap. Oh, baby, you shaking. I'm like, oh my goodness. Are you serious? And look at his hand, y'all. Look at his hand. He must be some kin of papoose because they got the same hairline. But yeah, y'all, look at it. This is crazy right here. You mean to tell me Papa Bear didn't want R. Kelly? You couldn't sit in R. Kelly lap, so why could you sit in their lap? It seems as now the person that had the most money, the highest bidder, was the one that I'm just saying, y'all, that Beyonce's family cared about. If you had some money, you had connections to bigger stars and stuff like that. They turned their head like they didn't see what was going on with Beyonce. But if it was somebody like, R. Kelly that, can't read and all that stuff. I heard Beyonce can't read too, but I'm just saying that didn't have connections or didn't have money or wasn't white. I'm just saying, y'all, it was okay for her to sit in this guy lap, but it wasn't okay for her to be, they didn't want her around R. Kelly whatsoever. None of the girls. They were on him like rice, okay? Rice on white on rice. But if you look at this, it's okay. You sitting up there trembling. Even if her daddy or anybody was in the room, I just still feel like they would have been like, no, why are you sitting on his lap or something? Sit in the chair or got up, put a chair down and put it over there. Look at his hand, y'all. Is people tripping or not? Because this is crazy. And it makes you wonder now. And it's the same thing that we heard about Jay-Z and Beyonce's daddy, that was some type of deal too. That she was somewhat given to Jay-Z or sold to Jay-Z. Like she was, I'm just saying, kettle or something. I don't know what they call it. That's what it seemed like. And she is just, and she throws up the sixes too in this video. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. So they already teaching her the ropes of the Illuminati. She gets in his lap and she's shaking and this and that. And then she put her hands up like that, like she got it now. And then she puts her hand down and she throws up the sixes. Yes, y'all, she throws up the sixes, the 3 6s, and she just wiggling in his lap like, oh, and he's saying you shaking. Are you serious? This video has just been released to the public. And why? And word on the street is this guy has so many lawsuits against him with Michael Jackson and all kind of stuff, which makes you wonder, is he really a good guy? He don't seem like it, though. He really don't. Not what they just showed and they just released. Now, mind you, Beyonce was older. She was 18. And we know a lot of older guys be chasing a lot of younger women. But I'm just saying, it ain't the fact of the age of this and that and this. Because she was either 18 or 19 on this video. But my question is, why release it now? And if the father got, there was a video out talking about R. Kelly. And he wasn't allowing her to be around R. Kelly and this and that and this. So you didn't want her around she couldn't sit in older black men laps, but she could sit in older white men laps, as long as they were rich, and long as they had connections to people like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. So if you did that with them, then what else did you do with other people with her? Because this is crazy on so many levels. This makes me think about Janet Jackson. Do y'all remember Janet Jackson? And she went to a party and she was well underage, y'all. She was not of age. I'm gonna just say it like that. I don't know exactly how old she was. I did a video on it a long time ago, and she went to this party. She was around a lot of older people, and she was around that basketball player, the one that called himself got that package, but he never got sick or anything like that. But he supposedly got that package. He grabbed Janet Jackson at that party and just started lapping on her as if she was his woman or his date for the night. And nobody said a thing. Everybody was just laughing and talking like nothing was going on. And Janet Jackson was pretty much assaulted on the floor, on the dance floor, by a guy that supposedly messed with all of these people and got that package. Y'all remember his name. I forgot his name, the basketball player. Yeah. This reminds me of that. Like Michael Jackson, them parents, they probably was like, protective of them around certain people, but certain people, as long as it was, Diana Ross and all of these big time people, they didn't care. They seemed like they didn't care because it's obvious. It's obvious. I don't know if people paid attention, but Michael Jackson was in love with Diana Ross. As if something went on between them, he acted like Diana Ross belonged to him. So it just made you wonder, what really went on with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. But now you're seeing more and more stories are coming out, and now videos are coming out, footage showing some stuff, and you're like, what the heck was really going on here? And this just makes you think about Rihanna and everybody else was at that tender age and passed around and allegedly, I don't know. I ain't been around these people. I ain't seen the reports. But rumors have it that, a lot of these younger females, they got some stuff, special deliveries. Now, some was just something that they would keep for the rest of their life, but it wouldn't take them out, just like Foxy Red. That's what we heard about her as well. Not Foxy Red, Foxy Brown. Y'all are mixing them up. Foxy Brown, just like Foxy Brown, they said that she was mingling and tingling with Jay-Z, and she got some type of, special delivery. And this is why allegedly she, went deaf. So it just makes you wonder, even Brianna, there's rumors about her as well. And they were saying that, oh, she was messing with, mingling and tingling with Jay-Z. Then they said, no, it was other people. And then they said it was the both, And they're saying that this is why her and Chris Brown got into it. We never know what happened fully with them because, Chris Brown kind of kept everything to himself. I really wish he would have did an interview just like Rihanna did and told his side of the story too. But he never did. And this is why he was kind of blackballed. And now he's just coming back. But he's still kind of blackballed in the industry. But some people is just unblackballable. I'm just saying, y'all. I make up a word any minute. But because if their talent is so good and the fans is just crazy about them anyway, then people going to still listen to us. People going to still go to their concerts. And Chris Brown talent says it all. But the industry still tries to stop him. But they can't stop him from the bag because I'm just saying, if he do a concert, people gonna come. He can dance, he can sing, and the girls is crazy about him. And ain't nothing they could do. But it just still makes you wonder about, everybody that was coming up during these times and that age and stuff like that. What was really going on? We see what happened with Aaliyah. Aaliyah was passed around. She was talking to R. Kelly. Then she started talking. Then Jay-Z was trying to holler at her. Then she started talking to Dame Dash. It's the same situation. Then she started doing movies with, what's his name? DMX. And a lot of people was wondering, was a spark flying with that situation? But nothing ever came of it. And he looked at her, I guess, like she was a sister. And, an acting partner. But other than that, it still was the same situation. So now people are wondering about Beyonce since this little tape just surfaced. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe if you liked the video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.